With this story's recent return to the public eye, I thought I'd take a look back at Scream of the Shalka, being one of the earliest examples of Doctor Who media I first absorbed as a fan. It's an interesting window into a potential reboot, not too dissimilar to what we ultimately got under Russell T Davies, but one a bit less willing to cut some of the apron strings to classic Who, as there's plenty of Pertwee era style iconography. The animation is definitely basic and a bit crude, however the low lighting and the otherwise dark tone of the episode does allow for some creative imagery, at least. In terms of the characters, while I do enjoy Richard E. Grant's take on the Doctor, especially his dry wit and sarcasm, a lot of his character arc doesn't quite work for me, as it's very reliant on his relationship to the otherwise really boring Alison. The highlight of the cast is obviously Derek Jacobi as the Master, who's not only really funny, but also introduced the most interesting story idea, having the character be rebranded as a reluctant companion. That's the aspect I'd most like to see explored had this version of the show kept going. Now, of course, the biggest question a lot of people are wondering, how do we fit this story into continuity? And, well, a lot of the answers are actually in the text. Grant is playing the Night Doctor, who went through his own Time War-inspired trauma before the events of the story, and it's not hard to assume that it eventually came back into play, and ultimately led to this timeline being replaced with the one that we're used to with Christopher Eccleston. But as the 11th Doctor put, not everything is truly forgotten, not completely, and as such, some elements of the universe still remember him, which is how we get his cameo in Rogue.